Hey students, this is going over my essay remarks part 2 or part 2. Okay? NP, that stands for need period. You cannot have a comma by itself between two complete sentences. That's called a comma splice. You want to avoid at all costs. It costs you a lot of points. If you have two complete sentences, put a period there. All right? Now, if you don't want to put a period there, you can use a semicolon if the two complete sentences are very closely related topically. But if you use a semicolon, it's important to understand that you have to have a complete sentence on both sides of the semicolon. Otherwise, you're going to have a fragment which you want to avoid. TR stands for talking to your reader. When you're writing in an academic fashion, you don't want to say something like, so don't eat meat, or so try to find out, if a child comes from a disadvantaged background. It's considered inappropriate to talk directly to your reader and to give your reader advice in an academic paper, so avoid doing so. You'll see a TR beside your sentence if you do that. Second person. If you see a to sign plus an N and a D, which means second, it means you're using you or your, which you're to avoid at all costs. It's considered impolite also in academic writing. For example, if I'm reading an essay and the essay says this, so when you're doing heroin and you can't get the needle to go in correctly? What? I've never done heroin. Why are you speaking for me? So you don't want to use the word you or your in any fashion when you're writing academic papers. My heart goes out to those people who are addicted to heroin, however. Again, I've never used an illegal drug. Just saying, I've never done so. You'd be surprised how videos can be spliced. Moving on. All right. TP. Let me check that. TP. TP, right. That's a transition problem. You've got to transition elegantly between your paragraphs and also in and out of your utilization of quotations. I've given you some materials that talk you through how to move elegantly into and out of a quotation. And I'll be giving you some clues this week as to how to write good transition sentences between paragraphs. So look for those. But TP means you've got a transition problem that you need to address. NCT means there's no connection between your points, or the points being made in sentence number 1 aren't sufficiently connected to sentence number 2 to justify their being back-to-back. So you want to make your logical connection between the two more explicit. If you have an L, it means you've got a logic flaw and you really need to rethink your logic. Okay? G, just the G by itself, means good writing, which is always nice to see. And AE, if you see an AE, which is pretty rare, that means your point or that sentence was so amazing you made my afro explode. Afro A, explode E, AE. You got me? Okay. And then AI means that you are making an argument in your introduction which you do not want to do. The whole purpose of an introduction is to introduce the argument. So if you're already arguing in the introduction, you're defeating the purpose of introduction in the first place. Don't give me a major argument in an introduction. Don't give me specific facts that you're sort of backing up in your introduction. In your introduction, you only want to introduce what the topic is and then leave it alone. And I've also given you some materials that help you sort of think about how to write an effective introduction. Okay? Hope this was helpful. Talk to you soon. Bye.